Fujimaru Ritsuka, once the one who saved the entire world, is now the one who killed millions of innocent humans. This all began when they defeated Goetia a few years ago. Fujimaru and Mash thought about the normal things they could do as teenagers: school, dating, part-time jobs, and more. Because the world had returned to normal, they felt relieved about the situation. The people had returned, the incineration plan had been eliminated, and there was even information that new staff would be coming to Chaldea. Well, even if they still have to correct 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 remnant singularities, there is still hope for the continuation of humanity. However, in 2017 after Christmas, we were shocked by a massive attack. Someone betrayed Chaldea and destroyed the organization from within. Because the heroic spirits had returned to the throne of heroes, Fujimaru and Mash had to fight alone. Moreover, Mash had trouble accessing her powers, causing difficulties against the enemy and greater destruction. In the midst of it all, the soldiers in dark robes came and took control of Chaldea. As if there was no end to it, they kept coming, hunting down the staff, destroying their buildings and facilities. Fujimaru, Mash, and the survivors had to flee Chaldea. From there, a woman came and suddenly froze the entire section of Chaldea, making the building look ancient. In the distance, 7 comet-like rays descended. When the rays touched the Earth, a large dam formed and was enveloped by a thick layer of white mist barrier that could not be entered. Like Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, someone suddenly spoke through the broadcast. That person basically said that mankind would return to the age of the gods. He also said that mankind was growing in the wrong direction, so he wanted to correct it. That person also said that his name was Kristaria Wodian. And in just 90 days, the Earth was destroyed. Everything was pure white with nothing left. Fortunately, Fujimaru in Shadow Border has a special ability, where this vehicle can dive into another reality. Let's call it another dimension that is still related to our world. By diving, we can avoid attacks and survive the horror of the outside world. When the situation inside the Shadow Border had calmed down, Chaldea began to analyze the situation.
Cross-gate analysis.
There was a phenomenon called the Lostbelt. The Lostbelt was regarded by the world itself as a failed timeline. Unlike the great human history, a history of winners born from the right choices and every right prosperity leading to the present, the Lostbelt is a history of failures, born from the wrong choices or the wrong prosperity for mankind. Such is the nature of their failures that they are even cut off from the greater multiverse. Somehow, that wrong history is now here, on this Earth. It is expanding, and if left uncontrollable, will continue to expand until it becomes the world itself. Yeah, just one is scary. In fact, there are 7 Lostbelt embedded in the Earth. Although in the end there is only one Lostbelt that becomes the winner, the thought is still scary. If left unchecked, that damaged history will become our new Earth. Fujimaru, as the few survivors on Earth at this time, had the task of eliminating the Lostbelt. By defeating the ruler of the Lostbelt and destroying the Tree of Emptiness, that reality could be destroyed. But this is different from the case of the Singularity. When we destroy the Lostbelt, then that reality will be destroyed. There is no more place and time to live for them. They can live so far because of the influence of the Tree of Emptiness, the ruler of the Lostbelt and the power of the foreign god. The humanity living there would have to be killed and vanish if the Lostbelt was destroyed. An apocalypse for them is a victory for us. Fujimaru understood this. Of course, he thought about this too, but he also wanted to live. So there were only two choices for him: destroy or be destroyed. As Goetia said, we Chaldeans are the bad guys here. However, there are things that make us see a little hope. In this mission, we are dealing with a broken history, a broken human system, an unnatural environment, an arbitrary ruler, or a race of beings that have never been encountered before. Of course, with these things, there are a few humans in the Lostbelt who feel that this mistake must be stopped. That's where Fujimaru feels his responsibility must be placed. Of course, he still feels guilty when he kills people on the Lostbelt. Even though many of the characters he meets give reasons for them to survive, still as a human, that guilt always haunts Fujimaru. At least, by killing them, he can free those humans from the broken timeline. At least, that's what's always in his head. With MASH always supporting him, and the Chaldea crew providing support, his enthusiastic attitude always remains and continues to push him to do his best. That's the story of the hero who killed humanity for the world. Until his spirit burns out, he, Fujimaru Ritsuka, will not stop destroying worlds. I think this is enough for this video. If you like Fate series themed videos, please subscribe so that I can make more videos.